I guess the first thing to demonstrate is Google Maps that's built into the that's built into the G1. If you just click on the maps on the desktop, it'll load up Google Maps, and there's some interesting features. For example, if you hit the menu button, you can go to search. Well, let's see. First, you want to go to My Location, so it will discover where you're at. Once it discovers where you're at, you can search for things in the area. I hit the menu button, go to search, and for example, I'm looking for pizza. So, I hate this on-screen keyboard. Yeah, fuck it. I'll open it up. So we're looking for pizza, and it will search for pizza places in the area. Now, as you see, it's got a list of different pizza places in the area. Just click on whichever one you want. It'll show you right where on the map it's at. If you click on it, it'll have the phone number where you can call it. It'll give you directions to the address where you're at from there. And you can even, with some places, you can go right to their website. Like, for example, this pizza place you can order online. So I can pull up their menu on the phone and actually see what they have for sale and make my order right through the internet. Directions to this address and just my location, and it shows where the pizza place is. Click route. And it tells me how to get there. Can't be much simpler than that. That's a really good application. Like I said, it comes built right into the phone, so this isn't even something you need to download. This next application is called GeoBeagle. It's used for geocaching. If you don't know what geocaching is, you should definitely go back a couple segments and watch Ugster's segment. I think he really covered it pretty well. Or just Google it. But anyway, this has two different geocaching sites built into it. You can select the service provider. Personally, I like the Atlas Quest Letterbox one better. Of course, this phone's fighting with me. But anyway, go online and it'll give you a list of different geocaches in your area. Depending on your internet connection, it might take a little while, so be patient. Okay, so it's got a list of results in the area. The first one is in Millville, New Jersey, which is about 10 miles away from me. So we're going to select that cache. Okay, and now that that's loaded up, it tells you who started the cache, the address of where it is. You can get MapQuest information, stuff like that. What else? Repairs needed. Details. Yeah. You can go to view the clue, so it'll give you a clue of where to go look at. And when you're done, you can record that you found it, print out information and other information. It's a pretty neat application. There's more features in it. I haven't played with it too much, but it's got very high reviews, and it looks like it's got some potential. So if you're into geocaching, give this a try and see if you like it. This next application is called GPS Measure. Basically what it is you start up the application and you mark your start point. And now I can walk, let's say I take the phone and walk to my car. And when I get to my car, I just hit the end point and it'll show how far it is. So I'm going to pause this tape and I'm going to walk to my car and we'll come back. And I'm back. And as you can see, the walk to my car is 38 meters, I think it is. As you can see, it doesn't show the direct path because the path to my car winds and turns a little bit. It actually shows you the distance the way the crow flies. So this could be useful for you. I don't know, give it a try, see if you like it. This next application is called GeoGraffiti. Let's load that up. And what this is basically you can mark an area you're at via the GPS coordinations. You'll need to sign up through their website and sign in. And what you can do, like where I'm at right now, is a good fishing location. So I can voice mark this location, and of course when I'm logged in, I don't have an account with them, so I can't. But I can mention, okay, there's good fish back here, or you know, there's some trees in the water right behind me, so don't cast out to the left because you'll snag. And when people have an Android phone and they're running this application, when they come to this location, they'll hear whatever I voice marked. In my area, I think I'm one of the only people with a G1, so it's not too useful, but if you're up in the city somewhere, it could be interesting to walk around and just see what you find. I mean, we all like walking around and we're driving and scanning for different things. Why not have the Android going and see what else that we can find hidden digitally in amongst our world. Okay, this isn't exactly a GPS application, more it takes advantage of the compass in the G1. But this is like the flight control on an airplane. I find this useful because I go off-roading in my Jeep a lot. Not only does it show you the direction that you're going, but it shows you the pitch and how far forward or backwards you're leaning. This comes handy, like I said, I go off-road in my Jeep a lot, so it comes handy to tell exactly how much my Jeep's leaning, so I know right before it's about to flip over. It's an interesting application. I really don't use it all that much, but I figured I'd add it in case anyone was interested. This next application is called Orientator. It's a basic, simple to use compass for the G1. Very simple, but kind of accurate. Not the most accurate, but pretty good. What I use it for is testing out the compass in the G1. A lot of G1 cases that come out now have a magnetic clip to keep them shut, which is stupid. Whether you have a G1, an iPhone, or any kind of smartphone that has a compass in it, you don't want a magnetic case because it'll burn out the compass inside. What I did was I just cut out the magnet and replaced it with Velcro. But if you do happen to have your phone near one of them, or you have a feeling that your compass isn't working right, because there's a lot of applications that use it, you might want to download this program and give it a shot just to see if your compass reacts to movement. Anyway, on to the next segment. Another great application for locating your lost Android is called Where's My Android. This isn't as good as SIM Checker in my opinion, but it's good to have installed with it. Basically with this, you can set an attention word and you can SMS your phone and tell it to either turn on the ringer, because of course you lose your phone. Every time you lose your phone, it's when it's on vibrate. So you can SMS it an attention word and it'll turn the ringer on, it'll turn it all the way up. And you can set different intervals. You can have it ring for 30 seconds, have it ring for 60 seconds, or 5 minutes straight. So that gives you some time to dig through the couch, see if you can find your phone. There's also the function for an attention word for the GPS. So you can SMS it and tell it, hey, turn on the GPS and send me the location of where I dropped my phone at. Ideally, that's a good function, but I think it's poorly implemented in this. One of the problems with it is you have to keep the GPS enabled for this to work. It will not enable the GPS itself, unlike how SIM Checker does. So if you have the GPS turned off, this does no good. Now, the reason why I say that sucks is because if you do keep your GPS turned on, by the time you realize that you've lost your phone, your battery's already dead, and this will do you no good. In future versions, they're supposed to fix it to where it can turn the GPS on for you. I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully they do fix it. Anyway, install this. I definitely recommend installing this and installing SIM Checker. Neither one of them take up much of memory, and they're very good applications to have, especially with a phone this expensive and that holds this much of your personal information in it. This next application is called SIM Checker. This is definitely a must-have application. Basically, once you install it on your phone, you type in a phone number that you want it to SMS, and you type in an email address. And then if somebody steals your phone, and you cancel your account and they put their SIM card in your phone, it'll automatically turn on the GPS and it'll start SMSing you and emailing you the location where your phone's located at the time. It's a really good application. After I'm done recording this, I'll pull the SIM out of one of my other phones and put it on there, and I'll put up the email on the screen so you see what it looks like, how it locates you. You can set different intervals about how often you want it to message you, letting you know whether it's every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, I think, or whatnot. Like I said, this is a really good application. It'll probably help you get your phone back if your phone's stolen. When you put somebody else's SIM card in it, nothing even pops up on the screen, so people don't even know that it's tracking them. So give it a try. Definitely install this. If you have a G1, install this on your phone. It doesn't take up much memory, and it's well worth having. This next application is called Locale. This is a great application. As I mentioned before in previous Android segments, I mentioned an application called Power Manager. Well, they never decided to come out, as far as I know, they never decided to come out with an update once Cupcake was available, so you can't use that program anymore. With this application, you can actually set different scenarios in your phone based on your GPS location. So, for example, when you get home, if your GPS detects that you're at your house, it'll turn your Wi-Fi on, it'll turn your GPS off. You can, when you go to work, when you step into work, you can set it so that it puts your ringtone on vibrate instead of the obnoxious ringer that you have. You can set it so different time scenarios. So, for example, during the day, your screen brightness is turned all the way down to save on your battery, and at night it turns up, or vice versa. It's a handy little application. There's a ton of different settings that you can set in here and different scenarios. I really suggest, I can't show you all the features on this short segment, I really suggest this is one you should download and try for yourself. It's a must-have application, and it's free. I mean, they accept donations. I think pretty much all these applications I'm showing are free.